Hello, chillins. Welcome to Story Time with Varn. We got 3 people already in here. That is awesome. Check out the comments. Say hello. Let me know who you are. I'm feeling I know who you guys are, but just in case. Cool. Facebook user. I can't see who you are on my StreamYard thing. I have to go to the regular page because oh, it's Anthony. Cool. Hello. Awesome. So the camera is very shaky because I'm streaming to 2 places today because this is a big deal. I'm on Facebook and I'm on Instagram, so I'm trying to do this the old-fashioned way because the technology that I have does not allow me to stream to do different places at once using one piece of technology, which would be a lot easier. But money. It's not just money, but it's also like Instagram's a little bit picky with who it allows. And StreamYard does not do Instagram. So, what you gonna do? Even on the paid version, it doesn't. I see Chris Brown is in here as well. He's got the cat emoji or sticker that I can't put up on here. Anyway, just trust that it's there. So today we are going to be unboxing today. So for those of you who don't know, I made a piece of art called Choco Cat. It is a Halloween cat that likes to steal chocolate from children because he's creepy. So we got that, and he's in button form in this box today. But before we do that, as always, let some people come in. I know there's a lot of people in right now. Some people who are a little bit busy that need to trickle in. I understand. So just making sure that everybody, as many people as possible, can see these stickers. They're not stickers, they're buttons. But before that, the new old reliable Clear American. I got the Mojito version today. I've never tried this before, and I like to try new things, especially when they're crystal water beverages. They're pretty easy. They're very cheap too, which is nice. I can buy a bunch of these and just try them. I'm not sponsored. I would love to. Crystal America, sponsor me, please. I need sponsors. Please give me sponsorship. I'm drinking your water. Anyways, yeah, I never tried this version before, so keep on saying virgin. I mean version. So it's always in my spooky cup in the middle of the hottest summer that I've experienced since I was young. I gotta say, 100-degree weather is not my cup of tea. 95 is my new limit. It used to be 85, but I've gone back to my old desert ways. Last time I did that, I was probably 10 years old, and I'm 30 now. So, yeah, I haven't experienced 100-degree weather. Well, okay, let's rephrase that. I like the Canada Dry Ginger Ale. Me too. My wife got me one of those. I've been a root beer guy forever, though. Yeah. It's okay. We're glad you're here, Mary. Yeah, Facebook gives lots of issues. I am terrified that this is going to come crashing down. So let's taste it. I have lots of opinions in one sip. Oh my god. This is what I'm tasting, Mary, by the way, or whoever came in just now. Mint mojito, clear crystal. It is not alcoholic. I'm just tasting it without the alcohol. Let's try that again. Let's see. Now, I've had mint mojitos before. Once. A long time ago. Back in 2012. I don't have a very fun. Well, I do have a story, but it's kind of personal. What happened after that mojito? I didn't get that drunk. I just had one, but probably needs it by your face. I'm not supposed to be able to do live for 51 more days, so I tried my alter ego boss. Seriously, I think Facebook just knows that you make another account. I don't know if you use the same email, but they're probably like spying on your IP address, probably, because if they can figure that out, then they're probably like, oh, this person's making another account, and we're gonna make sure that they can't post or anything. God, Facebook sucks. Yeah, I don't. Oh man, sorry. Chris is on Instagram. Chris Monceau is on Instagram. I can't wave on the Instagram thing. Okay. I'm just waving to Instagram. Hey, Chris, I'm on the floor. We're all right. Chris is on the floor. Work. So I'm going to open these now, so he won't so he can see these before he gets caught. All right. We are going to open. I'm going to get banned. All right. Hopefully that doesn't get me in trouble, but if my first offense is me opening a box of these things, then we had a good run. It's okay. I'll be fine. All right. I really wish that. Oh, don't come up here. This is very precarious. Don't come up here, please. I know how tempting it is, young man, but Okay. So we got this. That's the usual stick and remove stuff. Let me see if I can get both. Cool. Holy moly, they give me a. Whoa, I can see them. I kind of cheated this time around, but All right, so they usually give me stickers, horizontal stickers. Very cool. Again, the donkey, mule. It's a mule. They give me that. And their sticker mule logo. Very cool. I wonder why I can't wave on Instagram. That's weird. It's on, right? Yeah. Chris, if you're still there, let me know if you can see. Okay. Ooh. They gave me more than I ordered, I think. I ordered 10. So there they are. Ooh. They're a little bit dirty, but it's okay. So there's I'm showing hopefully both. There's for Instagram, and I guess Facebook can see it as well. The lighting is a little weird because I don't know, but I like how they came out. It's the details there. You can see it if you're looking like in real life. And if you want one, they will be available soon on Shopify, or you can get one now if you like. I'll just write your name down and put the order in. Yeah, I'm pretty stoked for that. They came out. That's my first time ordering buttons, by the way. So if y'all on Instagram, one person, and y'all Facebook people can see that. Hopefully the glare. I'm trying to get it away from the glare. Okay, that works. That seems to be working. Very nice. I'm very happy with this. So just in time for the start of spooky season, which is August to November. So thank you. So you just uploaded the image you wanted, and they put it on a button. That's how. Yeah, it's basically how Teespring works, Anthony. Pretty easy. The only difference that I notice is that what happened? It's magnetized my computer. I probably should not put it on there. But yeah, I pretty much it works the same way. Very easy, and the shipping is free. And I got a deal on these, so I think they're only like $10. And it was supposed to be like $20. They're pretty flexible with pricing. Like if you wait for like their deals, which is what I usually try to do, because I like with these kind of things, I try to cut down costs as much as I can. Don't go up here. But yeah, I think I want to say this is 10 or 20. I can't eyeball it very well. All right, I'm gonna go. Nice looking button. I'll get fired if I stay longer. Okay, thank you, Chris, for coming. Thank you for watching. So, my Instagram person, I didn't know. But yeah, awesome. So yeah, that's basically how I did it. I just like uploaded a picture, very easy. The only thing though that made it actually no, not with this, not with Sticker Mule in particular, but if you want to upload to Redbubble, it's a lot more difficult because you have to because you know all the stuff like all the leggings and all the items besides just the t-shirts because Redbubble has a bunch of stuff. This one you upload one image, the same size image, and like they customize it for you. You don't have to do all that stuff yourself, which is really nice. So I like that. I think the Instagram is probably going to be empty for the rest of the stream, but that's okay. So again, very happy with this how this came out. So what is going to happen next is that okay, I ordered buttons, I ordered stickers, and I ordered pins. And the pins are enamel pins. They're like plasticky, like see-through, and you can it's literally just his face, but you can put on clothes, kind of like this. I put this on now actually. Wear my own wearing my own merch. That's great. Let me see. Does anyone have questions while I attempt to multitask here? I don't want to stick myself on accident. Oop. I haven't put one of these on in about a decade, so yay! That's not okay. I think it's working. I think it's gonna stay. So, also, I was thinking of doing a what's called a live stream podcast. Now, I was scrolling on Instagram the other day. Instagram people, nobody's in there, and someone was doing a thing that they called a live stream podcast. So I was like, that sounds like it's up my alley. I don't like making recorded content. I prefer this, the more organic experience where I can just talk for like an hour about anything. With the recorded experience, I feel like there's a lot more pressure to make it come out perfect. And with this, I can just say whatever and I feel better and it feels more natural to me. So I feel like I'm going to go that route. I'm going to make a live stream podcast starting today with this actual live stream. I'm probably going to upload it to YouTube on my Storytime with Varden YouTube channel. Just see where that goes. See if I get more eyeballs on my stuff. So, yes, I am. A lot's going on right now, but my Witch from Noctambrio, I am working on that. That's a novella. It's about a witch who lives in a society where it's not black and white as to whether or not she can there's no you can't practice witchcraft type thing, but all the witches live in the forest and all the other people live in town, so you can kind of get the vibe that it's kind of frowned upon. It's not exactly it's very the religion that the witch is in, her family's religion is really. So Mary, if you have if you wouldn't like to have these comments not show up, I can make it to where I can not have the comments show up. If you don't want your comments on there, just let me know, just DM me or just anything if you don't want it on there, and I can find a way to take it off. But yeah, I was going to do a disclaimer actually. I was curious. Yeah, if you don't want them on there, I can take them off pretty easy. So don't worry too much about that. If you're cool with that, then I'll leave them on. But okay, yeah, just let me know if you guys have an issue with that. But yeah, for the witch, she's learning, she has a curiosity, right? She's very attracted to nature, and the town that she lives in is it has a disconnect from nature. It's not like you shall not like practice magic. It's more like, well, we have something better that you can do. Okay, cool, thank you. So basically, she lives in that kind of society, and it's a very materialistic society. So like a lot of the she goes to, I don't want to say a church, but like a meeting group, right? It's a really big. It looks like a mega church, like it functions like a mega church basically. But she goes there like every single night with her family and her friends and stuff, and they get every single night they get like gifts from the person he's called an orator. He's not they're not pastors, but they kind of have that pastor vibe. They give like gifts to every congregate member every night so they can keep coming back and be like, oh, we give you these special things so you can keep coming back type thing. So that's mostly what's going on. But she like the stuff that they get is very, very cheap, and it's very like it doesn't have any substantial meaning to it. It's very um the kind of stuff that she's getting is kind of like she took it home the first night and she's like, oh, this is flimsy, or this is like, it's not doing what I think it should be doing. It's not a magical object that I can imbue power into or like get an effect from. It's kind of like one of those situations. She wants more. She wants to, she has a feeling inside of her that she wants to like do something other than what she's doing now. That's kind of the thing that I'm going with. So I'm about 36,000 words into that. I assume it'll be 50,000. I feel like I'm getting closer to the end point. I'm about, I want to say three-fourths of the way through a little bit. Like, I know I'm over the halfway mark. I did not plot this book either, so I don't know exactly where it's going to stop. I hope it stops at 50,000 because I got another project that I'm working on. I got so many projects as per usual. I just can't stop working. My other project is a short story. It is called Leaders Doll Limb Bouquet Company, or Co. is what I put on it. And that one is a bizarro short story. And I submitted it to a publisher, and they got back to me. And they told me, like, can you fix up the ending? Maybe we'll take another look at it. And I was like, all right. So this weekend, that's my project. Kind of fix the ending and see if they like the ending, and I can just like um I think it has like a 3-step process. They go through it very wide sweep. First time around, second time around, they go through it looking for like syntax errors and stuff. They seem to be a very lenient publishing company. Like they say like I think it's called Bewildering Stories. And again, they seem like the type of people who will accept pretty much anything, and they'll kind of help you along that. So I think they're looking for people who don't have a lot of exposure, people like me. So yeah, I think that'll be great if someone picks it up and reads it and likes it. So thank you. Yeah. I'm I don't know if it's going to be available for Halloween. I want it to, and I like doing the like every year doing like a Halloween thing, but what I might do this year, because this witch novel is kind of like it's longer than I expected, and I'm not even starting to edit, and editing takes a while, so I might not have it finished by that time, and I don't really expect to at this point. What I might do is that I will probably have a short story that I've been thinking about, so that's only going to be like probably I want to say no more than 5,000 words long if we're being really generous. Um, Big Halloween release party. Yeah, yeah. I was thinking about that. I might add this short story to the collection that I have, Lord Samhain, which I released back in 2019. I might add it to that because I did have a little story that I was thinking about that'll come out a lot quicker, and that I can like people can. It'll be a nice trick or treat, you know. The witch story is a little longer, and I don't want to rush it. Will's here. Awesome. I can. Okay, I was able to wave to Will, but I couldn't wave to Chris. Why did that happen? Anyways, hi. Oh, I got the buttons. I got the Choco Cat buttons. Let me see if I can get a better one. Things are falling. Yeah, Will just came here. I got these today. There's dust on it. That's slightly embarrassing. So, there's that. Again, I made that. Hello, says Noel. Oh, new Instagram person. Hi. I made that art. That is Choco Cat. He is my Halloween kitty that likes to steal candy from children. So that's his thing. He's has a chocolate addiction. I just thought it was funny to make something like that. I like doing stuff in between my books, just to put stuff out there. It's kind of difficult for me to make quote unquote regular content because if y'all know me, most of you know me. I don't post on a regular basis besides TikTok because it's so much to make different content for each platform. It's a lot. And I'm trying to do it that way because if you have the same content for each channel, which I have two, I have the story time with Barton, and I have my regular stuff, which is not as much. But yeah, I don't know where that thought was going. I don't know if Will's there anymore. I can't see who's on my Instagram. Will and Chris Monso were on my Instagram, and a new person, Cess Noel, I think. I said hello to them, but I don't know if they're still there. But new people, I always love new people. So, but yeah, basically that's what I've been working on recently. Again, y'all know I like to work on a bunch of things at the same time. I just can't when the focus of one project wanes, I can work on something else. That's kind of how I justify it. Uh, I know a very successful person who does that. So and I have been able to get my stuff out with that. Um, it's just kind of hard for me to stay focused on one thing for a long period of time. But speaking of focusing on things for a long period of time, just wanted to remind y'all that Caldera's Vice is still a thing, still out there. I got the new paperback that's really nice. Just plugging my stuff, you know how authors do. So since I got a new person on here, I got to show off. But this is a Halloween treat, though. So if you like Halloween stories, Dark Spectral's very nice and short, only 35,000 words long. A couple people in here have read it. I've gotten very nice reviews, so that's good. But yeah, that's my Halloween thing. For this Halloween, I'm probably just gonna write a short story about the little young boy who has 8 eyes, and he lives in a neighborhood that looks like the I almost said Beetlejuice. Edward Scissorhands neighborhood, except it's a big, giant circle, and no one can leave. So that's where he lives, and he goes trick or treating. So he rides a tricycle like the kid in The Shining. So that's nice. It's the first time that I've made a bunch of pop culture references in a work of mine. I usually don't do that, but this one has a bunch of spooky pop culture references. And I think I have a Friday the 13th one. No, wait. No, a Halloween one. Halloween reference in there. So, and of course, Trick or Treat. I always Trick or Treat is my favorite Halloween movie. I like it even more than Nightmare Before Christmas. To me, it is the quintessential Halloween movie experience. I just like the fact that they personified Halloween into a little kid. To me, that's like the best way that you can personify Halloween, at least to me. So I really enjoy that movie. I watch it every year. Thank you. Yeah, we got this. bumpy camera action going. I really need a tripod. I need a tripod and a real camera. I have the money now. I just never like. I'm spending it on silly things recently. I've been getting new clothes and stuff, but I need to get like actual stuff that'll help my business, which is this, which is nice. So, um, but yeah, that's what I've been up to. Let's see what else. I'm out of ideas. Y'all ask me some questions. Yeah, if anyone has any questions, this is a good time to ask because I'm drinking my mojito. I'm still on the fence if I like this or not. I have no idea. It's got the mint flavoring that's usually in the mojito is not as like. Oh, you haven't seen that yet? Yeah, I don't know if like because there is a lot of violence in that movie too, which like I feel like it doesn't harm the story that much, but I feel like the movie could have like gone without violence, which I'm not saying that like violence in a horror movie is bad, but like to keep the mystical side of Halloween. I mean, I get it. Michael Dougherty, the guy who made the film, he has violence in his stuff, which is like a lot of people, like horror fans like that. But I feel like it would have been like really interesting if it wasn't violent. If they had kept that out, I thought that would be like it would feel more magical if they did that. Like not a children's movie per se, but just kind of like stay with the creepy vibe and just kind of focus on the mystery of the of Sam. I think that would have been pretty interesting because the main scene in the movie that like the story that kickstarts the whole thing, it doesn't show the violence in that scene, and I thought that that was really the most effective scene in the whole movie. So I know some of your stuff is loosely connected, but is your witch short in there? Yes, the witch novel. It's a novel now. It's going to be a novel. It's not a short anymore. I tried to make it a short for Halloween, but it didn't work out that way. Um, but basically, it is part of the Mordred universe. It is the same universe as this is in. So if you like the crazy Halloween stuff, all in the same world on a different planet, um, the Witch of Noctobrio is in that universe. So basically, I'll expand on the world. So basically, the planet that it takes on is called Momot, and it is pretty much a Halloween planet. I put all the Halloween weenie stuff in there, and it also has stuff from all the death rituals and all that kind of stuff from all over the world. It has all of that in there plus more. Because I was researching, and I still need to do more research. But like the stuff that I uncovered, like there's some practices in like some countries in Africa that I instilled in there. There's like a little island that's like a mix of like um Shinto and African practices, and they're just like some of that, but like some like my own stuff too. So yeah, I try and make it the Vardenverse. I like that. Yeah, I tried to keep it to where it was in the same universe because I want a lot of stories from that world. But the thing is that if you read one of those stories in that universe, because I have a whole series that I got planned, you don't have to read all of them. They're not like they're their own contained story. Dark Spectrals is a little different because I do want a sequel, but the stuff that you read about in this, there's little references to the other like countries and nations that I have on that planet that are referenced in here. I think there's at least the little boy is referenced in this one. The tricycle boy is referenced. There's another country that's referenced in here that's in the Witch of Noctobrio. So like there's stuff that's like there's like little Easter eggs in all of them. So if you like read all of them, you can like see that there's like, oh, okay, this one's like it connects. So like this one, the first I want to say quarter is set in the human world. It's set in Anoka, Minnesota, which is the this may be controversial, but that's the start of Halloween in the United States. Because the first, I believe, in 1920, the first Halloween parade was in Anoka, Minnesota. So that's kind of what I base it, that part of the world from. And there's like a whole thing. There's like not a ritual. I mean, it kind of is, but not in the sense like there's a phenomenon that happens at each Halloween, the thinning of the veil each year, where the Mordreds, the creatures in this book, they come to Earth and then they take people away and do things, do violent things that are probably not I'm not able to say on Facebook. Thank you. Yeah, the I just realized people on Instagram do not know what I'm replying to. So the history of Halloween in America. I mean, it obviously goes back further, but that's when people started actually the commercialized celebration of Halloween started in 1920 with that parade. Because what happened was that like in 1919 there are these kids, and I looked at the Anoka website. They didn't mention it on there. I had to find it somewhere else, which is kind of weird. They said, "Oh, we had this celebration since this time. We decided," and like I looked at other sources, and what happened was that the kids that year were really like something was bothering them. Like they were really antsy and just really destructive. Like they were like committing acts of arson and stuff like that. Like it wasn't egg throwing; it was pretty violent. It got so bad to where the city committee was like, okay, we got to do something about this. Like, let's make a parade to keep those kids busy. So that's what they did. So they made the parade, and it seemed to work. I feel like I didn't read what happened after, but it didn't happen again. It was just 1919 that Halloween, the kids went bizarre. Like that year, I don't know. No one really knows, as far as like what I've read, what actually like why they were behaving that way. But yeah, it was pretty interesting, just like seeing like, okay, these kids are like super violent, and let's just like make a parade. I kind of liked it. It's a nice solution there. But yeah, I actually reference that parade quite often in. If you read my 2019, because what's it called? Lore Samhain. If you read that, that's the Halloween special from 2019. It's a bunch of short stories. That parade is mentioned a couple times in a couple of those stories, so I talk a little bit about it. Um, Lord Samhain is on Amazon. Yeah, it's I don't have a paperback because it's too short. Um, it would be even smaller than this. So Lord Samhain is very, very short. All the stories in there are, I want to say, no more than 2,000 words long, and that's being pretty generous. I feel like I want to say it's 6 stories, like maybe 6,000 words. Very, very short. If you want a treat before Halloween season starts, just get in the mood. It's pretty good, I think. So I had a lot of fun writing it. Again, that was a long. What are you doing? Grim stuck in the space between the mattress, and he's pulling out the fitted sheet. That's funny. So yeah, I'm pretty excited about that. I got again. I don't know when The Witch of Knox Brio is going to be out. I haven't even made a proper cover for it. I want to do an actual drawing. Is that the book with the cool mask story? Yes, it is. That is I want to say, Mr. Sark's Masks. That one was a lot of fun to write. That's my favorite one in that collection, is a story about a boy who gets the mask in it. Like, he gets a little possessed by it, which is really interesting. And I was influenced a lot by The Haunted Mask by R.L. Stine, which is my favorite story by him. Great hearing from you. Much love. Awesome stuff. Thank you. Thank you so much, Anthony, for coming. I'm glad you were able to make it today. Yeah, I got that. What's another one? I believe it's been a while since I've like looked at it. I've been so busy with my new projects, but I think the one that also has the Uncle Wendell's doll, which is pretty good. I like that one. It's about a haunted doll from another dimension, which is pretty fun. Again, I think all of those are set in Anoka, Minnesota. I almost said Massachusetts. Chris Monso says we got to have a massive Halloween live stream. Yes, we do. Put the knife on there because I'm done. um, yeah, I want to do a really good Halloween stream this year. I want to get new tarot cards. My old tarot cards over there, but I want to get Halloween tarot cards, so I can do those on Halloween. Read tarot cards. Thank you, thank you. I think a good idea for a Halloween live stream is just to have like a fog machine set up, camera far away so you can see like the table, and then like the mesh cloth on the table. That'd be awesome. I'm looking forward to Halloween this year. I'm going to Massachusetts this year. I'm going to Salem again. I haven't been to Salem since 2015. Oh man, I it's been so long. Like that was what, 5 years? No wait, not five. 7 years ago. And I think I was only there for like, I want to say 5 days because I had to like, I was in school at the time and I had to take a couple of days off of school to go there, but it was worth it. It was definitely worth it. I had a great time. I want to see if they still, I took a picture on my old Instagram, my old Instagram, the one that I never use anymore. And basically there are these like wicker style planchettes, like Ouija planchettes, and they were huge. Like they were the size of a house, like a two-story house, and there was a bunch of them just standing there in one of the like courtyards or whatever they're called over there. And I took a picture of them, and I have a person in there, like random person, just walking along for like size reference, and that person is like less than a fourth the size of these things. They're so big. I want to see those again. I just, when you see something like otherworldly and magical, you can't like, you just like, you keep on thinking about it years later. I want to see if they're still there. They might be. I don't know. So, actually, when I went there back in 2015, I had no plan on what to do. And I didn't have like, I walked around a lot. Like I did see the sights and stuff, and I did do like the tourist stuff, but I just kind of wanted to explore. Like I feel like I should have stayed there longer because I would have done like, I was only in Salem, the actual city, because I wasn't staying, because I flew into Boston, of course, and I stayed in a town called Winthrop, which is about, I want to say, 5 miles south. And I stayed there for a while, walked around there too. Really nice neighborhood when I was there. It was interesting because I went to this was when I was much younger and I did not have a lot of experience shopping for myself. And I didn't, for some reason, I didn't want to go out to eat. I just wanted to like walk around, if that makes any sense. Like it sounds really weird, but we going up and down this coast. Yeah, you got to see Maine too. I'm visiting Chris Monso, um, and the cool thing about New England, from what I can see, is that it's like there's a lot of stuff in a very small space. So there's a lot to see, which I'm very excited about. On the West Coast, that's not really a thing. You got a lot of wide open spaces, even in the cities. So there's like, you can see a lot, but then again, like you can't. So I'm getting fired today. Get off the stream. You're gonna get fired. Oh man, I wonder if they even care if they're just like watching a live stream at work. You could be watching worse things. We got a. I'm not sure who's saying this. Okay, it's Chris Brown. Okay, Chris Brown says American colonists are responsible for initially bringing Halloween to the United States. Okay, most of the colonists were English Puritans who celebrated Samhain before traveling to their new country. Although the Celtic religious traditions had long been replaced by Christianity, many of the old practices remain. Chris Brown. Chris Brown said that he stole it off of Google. Yeah, that's why I called that collection Lord Samhain. So I mean, before you got like you got the can't believe I'm forgetting the name of this story. It's one of my favorite Halloween stories. Something Sleepy Hollow. I can't. The Headless Horseman of Sleepy Hollow, um, which is one of my favorite Halloween stories. You got that from the 1830s. So Chris Brown got Guy Fawkes Day. Yeah, yeah, we were talking about that recently. I think. Well, when it happened, um, I had heard about it, but I didn't know the history. Got one Brit in here from which the origins of Samhain came from. So you guys got the Stonehenge. I gotta go to London too. I gotta go to England to see the Stonehenge and all that. So I got a lot of traveling that I need to do. So I slacked off the last couple of years, um, and literally traveling to nowhere. The last time I traveled was, I think, right before the pandemic hit the United States, and I went to Venice Beach with someone. We went busking. It's pretty fun, and it's the first time I went to Venice Beach when it was cold. So I was like surprised. I was like, "Wait, it's cold here. It gets cold." Because I got a long sleeve and then a hoodie over that, thinking that it was not going to get colder than 70 degrees, and I was wrong. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love the cold, and I love going to the beach when it's cold. Like I sincerely do enjoy that. I was just surprised. I was like, Southern California reaching below 70 degrees. It was just like mind blowing to me. So, I mean, it wasn't. To be fair, it wasn't that cold to me. It was like 50. So like coming from like the mountain town, I was like, oh, it's spring weather. So just early spring. So it was nice though. I really liked it. So why am I talking about? Oh yeah, traveling. I do want to get some more traveling in. I really want to go like obviously Salem and London and stuff. There's like a couple of other places that I want to go. I've been trying to get to Canada too because I've got a couple of friends in Canada and like all that. Trying to go to Portland because I have a friend there. Like I was like before all this craziness happened, I'm like I'm gonna go this place, and then the craziness happened, and then we're here. I'm in New Mexico now, so. I went to see a movie last night because I just needed to get out of the house, and my Uber driver was just like, "Oh, like," because I told her that I had been living in New Mexico for about a year now, a little over a year, and she was like, "Oh, how you liking it?" I was just like, "Some of it's nice." Like the stuff like the obviously like the surgery and stuff like that was very good. I had literally the best surgeon, the only surgeon, but like the best surgeon possible for my scenario. It's like I lucked out when it came to that, but like there's no fall here, and with climate change and all that stuff, I feel like the number of falls that I'll be able to experience the rest of my life could be shortening. I don't like that. Fall is my favorite season. So I feel like I'm gonna have to move up north in order to experience fall again. Yeah, that's too depressing for this live stream. So, but yeah, I am going there October 24th. Yeah, to November 8th, I think. 7th or 8th, one of those days. So, on election day. Oh man, you gotta laugh, you gotta have fun during these times, during these trying times. No, no, no. The uh Chris Monso is gonna get this reference. These oh god, what did he say? These uncertain times. Oh man. But yeah, I'm looking forward to this Halloween. I want to try and get some a good costume this year. I'm not really sure what I would like to be. I've been thinking about it. One of the things that comes up, and I think Chris Brown would really appreciate this, would be a goth Elvis. I kind of want to do that. I've been thinking about it. Because I got the general face shape. We both have that very round face, so I think I could work with the pompadour and just wear like some really rockabilly clothes. I think I could pull that off. Got to drop 10 pounds though. I can do that by October. So, yeah, I'm pretty optimistic this year. I think again, I'm probably just gonna have a very like short story for the special, and it's probably gonna be a digital download. I mean, I'm not lowering my standards, but I'm like I got a lot going on this year, and I just want to be realistic with my expectations because I've been known to try and pull off way too much in the past, and I really need to like calm down with those types of things because yeah, I can get over enthusiastic and just be like, oh, I can get all this done. So yeah, I do have that for Halloween. Again, that's because a short story. I mean, I've made short stories in the past, not too much. Yes, I thought you would appreciate that. The King. So yeah, that would be pretty fun. I did not see the Elvis movie. I wanted to see the Elvis movie, but I don't know how I felt about it because like the actor didn't like I've seen Elvis in movies before, like when he acted and stuff, and this person I forget his name, the actor, the new guy. Um, I don't know if I feel like he's like got the Elvis vibes. I don't know. So I might see it. I might see it next week, maybe. Because like I got stuff to do this weekend, and I just went to the movies. The theater that I went to was probably the fanciest theater I've ever been into in my life. It's called Flicks Brew House. It's a local chain. Um, to show you how fancy it to illustrate how fancy it is, I had people take my beer and my popcorn up to me. I didn't even have to order it. I didn't have like I thought I had to go to the concession stand. They don't really have one. They have a bar and they have a place where you can show them your ticket if you bought it online. And they said, "Oh yeah, just go to your thing, go to your seat," because the door is shut like at like the exact time. All right, Chris. All right, thanks for coming in today. I hope you have a good rest of your day. That was Chris Monso. He's cheating at work. It's okay. Yeah, there's a lot of Elvises. Yeah. So I might see it and see how he's portrayed. Again, I've seen a couple of the old Elvis movies, so I think I had that expectation. I don't know. I know there was another Elvis movie, right? Like another like movie about Elvis. I don't know. Yeah, I can't remember. So, oh yeah, the new guy looks good. Yeah, I don't even know his name. I think it's Ashton or Alton or something. I forget. But yeah, that's gonna be a. He had an entourage. But yeah, I'm thinking of maybe that for Halloween. I might do like a little Grim Reaper action. I don't know. I'm also, good lord, very very well mannered and generous. Yeah, good old Elvis. I saw the Walk the Line, and Walking Phoenix was Johnny Cash. I've never seen Johnny Cash in movies. I don't even know if he played any. From like I've only heard a few of his songs, but I liked the movie because I like Walking Phoenix, and just his acting is like he's a really good actor. So I like most of his roles. So that's why I watched that movie. I liked him in it. I think he did a pretty good job kind of getting the whole like country boy disenchanted by commercialism kind of vibe. That's what I got from it. Very good movie, very sad. Um, I kind of expected it to be though. That was a long time ago though. I think that movie came out in like 2010 or something, a long time ago. So that's 10 years, 12 years ago. I graduated 12 years ago. That's insane. Graduated 12 years ago, and I'm still haggling over my degree. You want to hear a funny story? So, y'all know the economic situation right now in America. Um, Things are tight, things are not doing so well. And my school sends out a notice to me saying that I have to pay off the classes that I had to retake because all the stuff that happened in 2020, which is when I retook these classes, because I couldn't concentrate. I was doing school and I couldn't concentrate because all the crazy stuff going on. And they're asking me to like still pay back that money, and I'm just like, at some point they gotta realize that that's not a good idea. Just like ethically speaking, just like why? I did all the work. I finished the classes. I passed all the classes, and you still want money out of me. And that was like 2 years ago. Well, I graduated last year, but they haven't sent me the thing yet. I gotta I gotta fix that and make sure because I do want to use my skills for a better paying job because the job that I have right now is going to end at the end of August, which is coming up soon. So I got to think of a way to get another job so I can keep financing stuff like this and this and this, my life. So, but yeah, just what's nice. So yeah, that's pretty much most of the stuff that I wanted to talk about to y'all today. Again, I'll put these on my Shopify, show off to the people on Instagram again. Just make sure. I mean, no one's on there, but like if anyone pops into the stream last minute, I got these. What are you guys thinking for the price? Because I don't know. I haven't bought buttons since I was in my old college when I was, a child. But just kidding. Oh man, that was slightly insulting. I'm sorry. I haven't bought buttons in a long time. So if you folks think of a good price, let me know, and I'll because I don't know how to price anything anymore with all the crazy thing going on. Well, cool. Choco Cat, Serena Katharina. Nice. All right, y'all. I think I'm gonna call it quits pretty soon. Unless you guys have any questions, I'll wait a little bit. I'll do the sip test to wait for questions. Yeah, I think I'm going to end the live stream for Instagram, not Facebook yet, because no one's on Instagram right now. So bye-bye, Instagram. I think. Hang on. Is it? And video. And share. My cover. Woo. Technology. Okay, cool. It still says I'm live. What's happening? I'm figuring out technology. Let me see. Let me see if I did that correctly. I'm just figuring things out, y'all. Okay, let's hope that I posted. Yeah, thank you, Mary, for coming in. Thanks for making the time. That was very nice. Anthony's gone, but I wanted to thank him as well. I think I already did. But anyways, thank you so much, y'all. I'm really happy that everyone came today. Thank you for watching me do an unboxing. And I will have 2 more unboxing for Choco Cat. I will have the stickers and I will have the pins. So yeah, cheers, old mugger. So, all right, y'all. You have a great Sunday and a great rest of the week, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.
Sounds good.